Welcome to Shady Nose Farm. Today I'm going to be rebatching some soap that I had. There's about like 3 pounds of soap in here, and I graded this for 2 days. But there's 3 pounds of soap, and there wasn't anything really wrong with the soap that it was in the bars, other than the fact that it just did not hold the scent. The scent that I had used was lemon meringue, and oh, it just smells wonderful. But in my wax melts, it holds the scent beautifully. But once it was made into soap, it did not hold the scent. I don't know if anybody else has that problem with that fragrance oil, but that's what I did. It was very beautiful soap, but I just decided that I would just rebatch it. I actually like to rebatch the soaps. I know it makes it look a little more rustic and things, but you know, I don't mind it. But I do have I'm going to be pouring in some liquids. Looks like quite a bit. Normally I just pour in a little bit, but I've seen this on pouring in quite a bit of liquid. I have, what do I have? I have goat milk in here and some heavy cream. And I seen this on a video that she poured in, you know, this liquid, and she whipped it. She made whipped soap, and I wanted to see it. Looked so pretty. I wanted to see if I could do it, because I am pouring in quite a bit of liquid. You know, the cure time for a rebatch soap will take a little bit longer. And with the liquid that I've put in here, you know, it actually looks like it's a coleslaw, a brown coleslaw. It will take a little bit more time for the cure, but I wanted to see if I could do a whipped soap with what I had. Like I said, what she did, it just looked beautiful. She was able to pipe it, and it just looks so creamy. And so I'm just going to let this do its thing. It probably, you know, I graded it. The soap originally isn't that old. It wasn't like super rock hard or anything. So hopefully it will melt down really nice. And then when it gets to a certain point, I'll whip it. But right now I'm just going to kind of make sure all my milks are all through it. But hopefully this will turn out to be a really beautiful soap. It's just an experiment. So hopefully it'll be something that I can do again. I do have another batch of soap that, again, it just did not hold the scent once I put it in cool process. And so I'll probably be doing this again, or at the very least, if the whipping part doesn't work, I will rebatch it and add a different fragrance oil. So I will mix this up a little bit, and I'll put the lid on it and let it. I have it on low. I have my crock pot on low, so we'll just go from there. And I will be back after it starts melting down a little bit. Okay, it's probably been about 35 minutes, and I just want to see how this is. Let's creaming it nicely. I always seem to reference, anytime I make soap, I always seem to make a reference to food. I guess maybe I'm always hungry. That's what it always reminds me of. Something about food. Either caramels or a dessert or something. But this is coming along very nice. The you know, there still is some lumps and things. But I'm going to let this go a little bit longer. And just continue to let it do its thing. And we'll be back in a little bit to check the progress. Okay. Let's see. It is nice and creamy. Looking back at the video, she did add sodium lactate. I did not. So I don't know if that's going to make a difference or not, but it is a nice, it's not, you know, I think it creamed up pretty good. So right now, I am going to, I mean, everything looks like there's some, I mean, I don't really see a lot of lumps. It looks like, you know, everything melted down pretty good. I mean, I'm sure there's lumps in it because it is a rebatch, and there's going to be soap pieces that do not get melted down when you do a rebatch. It's not going to be like cold process where everything is all creamy. So I am going to get my mixer already. And I'm going to whip this. Oops. And hopefully, it's kind of thick on my blender, so I don't know. Okay, well, I'm just going to give this a try. Okay, I don't know. To me, it just seems like it made it thicken up. If nothing else, this soap, because I am whipping air into it, it probably will float. But we'll just do a little test when I unmold it and everything. So I'm going to let this sit up. First, I'm going to clean out my beaters a little bit. And give this a little bit more time. Ooh, kind of noisy. These are beaters that I do not want to lick. Okay, so I will be right back. Okay. I don't think it's going to get melt down any more than what it is. So, I think right now I'm going to add my new scent in. One that I really, really like. Pink Sands. And it's a light color. Has not turned into my other soaps. So, that will give it a little bit of a loosen it up a little bit more. I'm going to blend this in with my spoon first. I just love this scent. I have to say this is probably one of my new favorites as far as a shower soap. There's some scents that you think, oh, that'd be nice in the kitchen. And then there's some scents that you just would be good in the shower. When I get out of the shower, I don't want to smell like a coffee bean. But if I wash my hands, you know, I think that would be kind of cool. I love the smell of coffee, the coffee bean fragrance oil. When I'm making that up for my wax melts, it just, when I come back in the house after I've gone out, after I've made it, it's just like walking into a coffee shop. It just smells so good. But I'm going to whip this up again. Okay. Always be careful when you take those beaters out. Ooh. Making quite a mess. This does not look as creamy as the video I've seen, but hopefully it'll do what I'm really hoping it will do. Okay, so let me get this out of the way. I'll put this in my mold. Now, I envisioned that I was going to be able to pipe this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. But if not, oops. I know at least it'll be a nice bar of soap. I'll try to move this out of the way. Get my mold up there. Okay. It's not going to have the creamy texture of a cold processed soap because it has been rebatched. Whew. See if I can smooth this down a little bit.